Hello there, family. I didn't see you there. And welcome back to another edition of Midweek Moment with the Crenshaws. I am Sanchez Crenshaw, and as always, I am joined by my BFF, my down like four flats, the Mary Jane Watson to my Peter Parker.
I got that. I
got that one?
What's going on, family? What is going on? I am Angela Crenshaw, family. What is going on?
That's my wife, family.
I got it.
That's my wife, family.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Come on, somebody. I better watch out.
The second love of his life.
Well, who was his first?
His first love was actually Gwen Stacy. That was his Gwen Stacy. She was actually his
She
first.
in the movies?
She made a cameo in the first Sam Raimi trilogy of Spider-Man. The Amazing Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. The one with Garfunkel, whatever that guy's name was. Mm-hmm. She was actually in that one.
Okay.
Emma Watson. Emma Watson played her.
Okay.
Yeah, but she died.
Please tell me you see my face.
I do. I see your face.
Okay.
That's why I didn't say to Gwen Stacy, because Gwen died.
Okay.
Pete actually killed her. She got thrown off a spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't read a comic from 40 years ago. But she got thrown. She got mixed up in a battle, Green Goblin. Okay. And he threw her off a bridge.
Okay.
And Peter went to save her, so he shot his webbing down. Mm-hmm. But of course, physics. So as the webbing caught her, gravity snapped her neck. So yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
I'm depressed now. Thanks.
Why did you get depressed? What happened? I'm just saying.
So that was that was depressing.
He didn't mean to kill her. He was trying to save her, but
okay, no.
Right.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Depressed.
It's not. It was actually.
No, just do your housekeeping.
Okay.
I think that can lighten it up just a tad.
I'm just saying.
Let's just lighten it up. Let's lighten that up.
So
okay.
Family.
What's up, family? Jeez.
We thank you guys for once again joining us. We thank you for being a part of this journey. For our new listeners.
Hey, new listeners.
Welcome. We welcome you on this.
Did I scare them, you think?
You might. I think I might have in the beginning, but it's okay.
They don't. Okay, bless them.
Ride it out. Ride it out. You never know what you're going to get with this journey.
This is true.
So however you're listening to us, whether it's on iTunes, whether it's on Podbean, whether it's on Spotify, whether it's on Google Play Music, whether it's iHeartRadio, or whether it's on our own personal website at www.thecrenshawcorner.com. We thank you for listening. Mm-hmm. And as always, for our returning family members,
what up, family?
Welcome back to the cookout.
Yes. Do you have your aluminum foil?
Yep, you bring your aluminum foil because you got to take something with you.
Got to take something with you. Come on, I really like that. Come on,
like
high five me. High five me. Yes.
Kind of corny with the high five, but it's okay.
Yeah, but they don't see us.
No,
they don't know.
So
guess what, family?
And no, hold on.
Oh, wait, there's more.
Not quite done yet.
Oh, wait a minute. In the housekeeping section?
Yeah, I'm still in the housekeeping section. I'm almost there. I got to sweep up. What
did I miss?
We're an interactive podcast.
Okay, yeah, go there. Yeah, there we go, y'all. We're interactive.
That means you can find us on the socials.
Name one, baby. Name one.
We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. All in the Crenshaw Corner. Or you can email us at thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. Once again, the email address is thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com.
What if we told people it was on MySpace?
I mean, we could be. I'm out here vining.
Is MySpace still
baby,
thing?
MySpace ain't been a thing since 1942.
Is the Vine still a thing?
Nah, Vine ain't a thing either.
We should just TikTok.
I won't do.
Too old is to TikTok.
Nah, I won't be that dude.
I think that we too old, but I just don't see myself TikToking.
Nah, I won't be that dude. I won't be that dude that tick nor talk.
No tick nor talk.
Actually, I finally did it. I removed TikTok from all my devices
because it was getting sad. People.
I kept going down too many rabbit holes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So guess what we did?
What did we do?
We hired a social media manager.
We did. We had to. Because the one that we had.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
No, what you was going to say?
No, I'm just saying.
Go ahead. Say what you going to say.
The one that we had initially employed was not really living up to the corporate standards.
Yeah.
Of the Crenshaw Corner.
Did you give it a job description?
What happened?
Okay, what's she getting paid? I don't remember because you over all that. Were we paying her?
You the hiring manager. You hired her.
Did she get paid?
You the hiring. Did you not discuss this with the person?
I'm just
you the hiring manager?
I'm talking about as far as the last person you had, because the last person was me and I didn't get paid. So.
Oh no, the last person because you ain't do no job.
Wow.
You had to see in America. In Judge Judy's America.
Don't start with Judge Judy.
You actually have to work to get paid.
Can I tell you?
What's up?
Family Feud the other day.
Family Feud. What happened?
Me and my daughter was watching it. And
you actually mean the actual Family Feud?
Family Feud.
I thought you were talking about we was about to have a Family Feud.
No, Steve
okay,
Harvey.
Cool. Right. What about
Celebrity Family Feud?
Bald guy, big mustache.
And one of the questions was, what if someone send you a naked picture? Who would you not want it to be, or something like that?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And they were people like your
your
mother-in-law, blah blah. And then somebody had the audacity to say,
so disrespectful,
Judge Judy.
So
I was like, ain't no way
that is so
that
disrespectful.
Judge Judy is on the board. Do y'all guys know that Judge Judy was on the board? People love.
First of all,
Judge Judy.
Judge Judy is an American treasure.
Okay,
she is. There's a few American treasures in life.
And she one of them.
You got Mrs. Cicely Tyson.
Mrs. Cicely Tyson.
Mrs. Cicely Tyson.
Okay, go ahead.
Put respect on the name.
Put respect on Cicely Tyson.
She's an American treasure.
Yes, she is.
You got Betty White, another American treasure.
Come on, Betty.
And you got Judge Judy, an American treasure.
I'm saying. She in that category?
I'm saying they should be
even in that.
I'm saying Miss Cicely Tyson, Betty White, Judge Judy they should just have security around them at all times. Because at all times they need to be protected. I'm just saying at all times.
First of all,
they need to be protected.
They have lived life.
They've lived. Because actually both Miss Cicely Tyson and Betty White, they're both
in
close to
90s, right?
Late 90s.
Was it late 90s?
Yeah, I think Betty White is close to 100 years old.
Come on, somebody. I don't think
she's
Betty
like,
White close to 100 years old.
No, I'm dead serious. I think she's close to like...
Sir.
No, I'm dead serious.
I'm dead serious too. No, sir. I give it like 92.
Baby, I don't know if you know or not, but 92 is close to 100.
No, not the way you said it. You had
99
it's the late great. Like the late great.
No, I was right. Betty White is actually, her birthday is January 17th, 1922. Betty White is 98 years old.
Oh, come on,
I know I was right.
Betty.
She is almost a century.
Y'all ain't living your life. I'm
I know
not
I was
living
right.
my life.
So I'm just saying. So national treasures.
Come on now. Now, Miss Cicely Tyson don't play with her because she's beautiful.
Gorgeous
Miss
woman.
Betty out here doing their thing.
She's 95. She right behind her.
Come on, 95. Listen.
See, Miss Cicely Tyson.
Serious.
I'm going to say something that's not a popular opinion.
Okay.
And someone may write some letters to me.
Don't write no letters here.
But I'm just saying. Miss Cicely Tyson is one of those people that proves the fact that age does you well.
Yeah.
Because in her younger years,
no sir,
she looked like Harriet Tubman. In her younger years,
you're rude, you disrespectful.
But as age touched her,
she's beautiful,
and as she grew into herself,
very
beautiful woman.
She's beautiful,
very beautiful woman.
Did you grow into yourself yet?
Nah, I'm still waiting to grow into myself.
You ain't grown into your looks yet?
Nah, I ain't grown. I ain't fell into my looks yet.
You ain't, do people fall into their looks?
Yeah.
Okay.
I ain't fell into my looks yet.
Okay.
I'm still growing.
Okay, so we got.
I just hit puberty.
So let's Judge Judy's how old? And since we all up in these numbers,
Since
you should know how old Judge Judy is.
Nah, I know she's like. I think she's like 77.
Nah, Judge Judy 95.
No, I don't think she's 95.
Nah, I don't know why Judge Judy's still up there.
Nah, she ain't 95.
People love.
Because
when I saw that somebody said a naked picture, I said okay, y'all doing too much.
No, I'm just saying she's just an American treasure.
Okay, baby.
You know, I would live in Judge Judy's America.
Okay,
is all I'm saying.
Okay.
If Judge Judy ran for president, I would vote for her.
You be voting?
I was dead on point. Judge Judy is 77 years old.
Of course you know how old Judge Judy is. I told you she was
77.
Of course it is.
October 21st, 1942.
Jeez. Well, here's
New York.
These ladies look amazing.
Yeah,
They look beautiful. They look gorgeous for their age. I mean, they've aged very, very well.
But
seriously.
you know what happens though? And
seriously.
I know this is. I have no idea what the topic is. But I'm gonna say this.
Right.
You know what? You know why the reason? Because Betty White is the same way. Betty White is an absolutely beautiful woman to be almost 100 years old. Mm-hmm. But here's the common denominator: Cicely Tyson, beautiful lady.
Yeah.
Betty White, beautiful lady. Judge Judy. I don't care what anybody say. I think she's a very beautiful lady. Because
you would marry if you could, wouldn't you marry Judge Judy?
No, I would not marry Judge Judy, but I would want her to adopt me. I want to be a grandson. That's all I'm saying. I've said that before. I don't look at Judge Judy in that way. That's nasty. I would not. That's nasty. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is that.
Okay, go ahead. What you saying?
What I'm saying is that if she ever wanted to adopt a black grandson,
you the one.
I would more than happy volunteer to be her first black. I would change my last name. I would become Shinley.
Would you come Shinley?
I would change my last name.
Love that
I would
lady.
drop Crenshaw in a minute and become Shinley.
Then what am I then?
Because
I ain't going to Shinley.
Then I guess you Crenshaw hyphenated Shinley.
No.
I'm just saying.
You're going to be hyphenated. But
No,
anyway, go ahead.
what I was saying was the common denominator, once again, Cicely Tyson, beautiful. Betty White, beautiful. Judge Judy, beautiful. 98 years old, 95 years old, 77 years old.
Yeah.
Here's a common denominator.
What's that?
They all do what they absolutely love to do.
Yeah.
Cicely Tyson, still acting.
Yes.
Betty White.
And still, I mean, like,
still,
on point, too.
And still is most,
on point.
no matter what material she's given,
She can do that
She
thing.
elevates it.
Yes, she does.
She's still strong mind, still in her strong mind.
Yes.
Still commands the screen.
Yeah, commands attention.
Whatever she's in, you find yourself
forced to
because
watch her.
even like
Seriously.
with and I don't really watch the show, but because of you, I've seen bits and pieces of it. How to Get Away with Murder.
Yes, honey, she played that role.
Yeah, because she plays Viola Davis's mother.
Yes, she does.
And every scene she's in is like captivating.
She snatch it.
She does.
She
does.
Yeah.
Betty White's the same way.
First of all, Betty White is funny as heck. Anything that I've liked Betty White forever. She is funny as heck. So no matter what she do, even when she comes to the shows, like you said about Cicely, she comes to a show as a mother or a grandmother. She takes over the young people.
She take it over.
She take it. They ain't got nothing on her. When I tell you, she commands a stage.
Yeah.
She commands the camera, and she's funny. She is.
Because they're living their passion.
They found their youth.
They found their youth. Yeah,
the fountain of youth.
Even with Judge Judy, she loves the law or whatever, but she found her passion in doing what she does, like being a TV personality, doing her show.
Yeah.
Her show's been on 20 decades, literally decades.
Wow.
And so because
Judge Judy.
Yeah, because she's actually doing her passion and what she loves to do. 25 years.
This show been on 25 years?
The show's been running 25 years.
Is it still on like 2020?
It's still on.
Wow,
Judge
Judy.
It's still on. Her show started in 1996.
That is crazy.
And it's still running to this day, 25 seasons. But like I said, the common denominator is that they're doing what they love.
Yeah.
It's amazing of when you first of all identify your passion.
Yeah.
Identify what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
We've made this statement before. No matter how a person feels in life, whether you believe in God or don't believe in God, whatever your disposition is, everyone has a divine purpose on this earth.
Yes, sir.
No one was put here on happenstance. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what life has thrown you. I don't care how your life started. I mean, and there are some tragic stories, and people have had some hard upbringing.
But long as you got breath.
There's a purpose for everyone on this earth.
Yeah.
And what happened is that they were blessed that young in life, they figured out and found out what their purpose was and what their passion was.
And fought, because I don't think the time.
Oh, and had to.
The time that they all came around trying to do what they were trying to do, especially as women, it was difficult. It was difficult, and so they kept going through the hard and the bad because they believed that was their passion and they wasn't going to change it.
Yeah, because you gotta look at that. Okay, look at the ages. 98 years old, 95 years old, 77 years old. So with Betty White, she was alive before women had the right to vote. Before when society felt like a woman's place was nowhere but the home.
Yeah.
You were only good to bear children and take care of your man. Cicely Tyson, 95 years old.
She came
before the civil rights movement.
Right. Exactly. Back door.
Jim Crow.
Fountains.
Redlining.
Yeah.
Segregated water fountains. Literally, the Klan had the right, to go into a person's home, drag them out, hang them, and burn a cross.
Yeah.
And 95% of the time, the Klanman that came in the house was a police officer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she was brought up during those times. Not only are you black, but then you're a black woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yet, and then at that time,
still found the courage.
The roles they say you were good enough to play. You were only good enough to be, either somebody's servant. These are the roles you're playing. Uneducated. But and still to have the fortification and being fortified in who she is.
To still want to do it.
Judge Judy. She being a lawyer and a judge doing,
we all know that's a man's show.
That's a man's show, especially in New York.
Yeah, that's a man.
Because she was a sitting judge in New York.
That was a man's show. Yeah.
So to be able to go through and find your passion and fight,
for what you believe.
In, you live. Because the difference is between them and a lot of people, they're living, and a lot of people are just surviving.
Well, not even that. Even when it was hard, it wasn't work.
Yeah.
When you're doing your passion, it's not work. You can go through everything you can go through, but if that's what you know that you're gifted, you're anointed, and you're passionate about, it doesn't even feel like work. You can do it all day, every day, and then like, what you forget to eat, you be like, where did the time go? What do you do?
And I already know what some people out there saying. Of course they're happy. They got money.
That ain't how they started.
Even with that, let's go ahead and put a myth to bed. Mm-hmm. Money don't make you happy. Mm-mm. Money don't fix everything.
It sure doesn't.
Because I don't know if you realize, but there are rich people that still commit suicide.
Yeah.
There are rich people who are still hurting. There are rich people who are still depressed, who are still drug addicts, who are still alcoholics.
Yeah, they just have easy access to it now.
That's
because
all.
They have money.
Yeah, so let's stop this common thing. Oh, because they got rich, they don't have any problems.
And can we just stop doing that? Period. Because celebrities and all of those things, they're still human beings.
They're still people.
Flawed, crazy, over the top, nice, kind, bleed blood. People just like we are. They just happen to have extra money, or I'm going to say extra money.
As Chris Rock would say, they just have choices. Money gives you options. That's what I want to say.
Choices.
Money gives you options.
Yeah.
But my thing is this. Okay, so if I'm rich, does that stop my family member from dying?
Right.
If I'm rich, does that stop me from my heart from getting broken? Mm-hmm. If I'm rich, does that stop me from getting depressed? Does that stop me from getting sick?
Right. Exactly.
So let's cut that. But like I said, it's just the reason for me. That's the common denominator between those three. Is just once again
amazing. Because
they found their passion and they're living their passion.
Yeah.
And when you do that, like you said, it's not work anymore.
It's not work anymore.
It's just not work anymore. Like I said, I have no idea what the topic is, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't that.
It wasn't that. But you talked about Judge Judy, and you just went on a rampage.
No, I'm just saying. But it actually came to me. Really did came to me in the middle of that because, like I said, I looked at them. I looked at Miss Cicely Tyson. I looked at Betty White. I looked at Judge Judy, and like I said, these are women. These are people who are seasoned. Mm-hmm. We're talking about.
They're not even seasoned. They're vintage.
Yeah,
they got better.
And God willing, in 2 years, Betty White will be a century.
Yeah.
How much history is that? How much history has she seen?
Yeah.
And yet, in that she looks better than some 30-year-old people I've seen.
Do.
You know what I'm saying?
Living your best life.
Miss Cicely Tyson looks better than some 20-year-olds I've seen.
She's so fly.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all see it when she be on that red carpet. This beautiful woman is fly from head to toe. Now, you don't know what you're going to get because she got them wigs going, but she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous.
I've seen her. I look at her. I'm like, oh, you about 60, 70? Mm-hmm. And then I've seen this from 20 years old. What, you about 50?
This is true.
So, but anyway, I digress.
I think this was not what we were going to talk about.
Yeah, I think I ran us off the rails really early.
Yeah, the rabbit hole. You didn't even go.
So what's up, babe? What you want to talk about?
Oh, now you want to talk about what I was thinking about?
I'm curious.
Now you curious?
I'm curious.
You done took up half the show because this is did you say in the beginning this was a midweek moment?
For real? You gonna do this again?
No, for real. Because I don't.
Yes, baby. I say it.
Are you sure?
I say it every time. I don't
know where am I when you say that?
I don't know. I wish I would know.
I wish I would know.
I wish I would know. Where is you?
Listen, it's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Is kind of like what you were kind of discussing,
right?
But so it's kind of like in that.
Just put it out there.
Area.
Spit it out.
I'm gonna spit it out now, bro.
You need to unpack something first.
I need to unpack.
Unpack it, girl.
I like what I'm
saying. Oh, that Brooklyn smack.
Yes, honey. Let me tell you something.
Stand that Brooklyn smack.
Speaking of Brooklyn smack, okay, so our oldest child, he called me and I was like, "Hey, babe, how you doing? Hey." First of all, he tells me to take it down a notch. He said, "Ma, that's too much happy at 8:00 in the morning." But you called me. But anyway, so
still too much happy.
No, sir. So he was like, "Hey, how are you, Angela? How are you, Mom?" And I said, "Don't do that." He was like, "That's how you." So I started laughing. He was like, "Yeah, because that's how you sound, right?" He said, "I need you to talk to me like we." He said, "I need you to talk to me like you used to talk to me when I was younger in Brooklyn. I need you to go dig deep and find her." I was like, "Excuse me." He was like, "No, dig, Mommy."
Because you was rough.
He was like, "Dig deep and find her." And stop saying, "Good morning, son." How? I was like, "But that is how I speak." He was like, "Mommy."
You talk to him rough in Brooklyn.
He was like, "Mommy, I need you to dig deep." But anyway, so that made me think of that when you just said Brooklyn. What I want, Did I just go down a rabbit hole too?
You did, and you
We
got
gonna
mad
get,
at me.
we going somewhere, y'all.
There's a
Now,
topic here, people. I
don't
promise.
know exactly, but
There's
we
one.
we going somewhere. Okay, so what I was thinking about was, I know we talked to people again, binge watch Crenshaw Corner, but we were talking about binge
Crenshaw
watch. What?
Binge
Are we on
watch?
TV?
We're not a TV show yet.
Okay, wait. Come on, prophesy.
Not yet.
I was prophesying.
Okay.
I was prophesying.
Binge listen.
Binge listen, Crenshaw Corner, guys. So just recently, we did one about if health is wealth, why are we broke?
Why is we broke?
Why is we broke? Because the Crenshaws have gained weight. We have.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
We put ourselves on this health regimen.
Yeah.
And all of these things. But what
At this point, I'm about to drink water and suck a lemon.
No, you say you're gonna lick a lemon, baby. You wasn't gonna.
Yep, lick a lemon.
Just lick a lemon.
I'm gonna sip some water and
You know
lick a
what?
lemon.
But behind all of that, we also talked about the sickness and disease, from
Yes.
your sleep apnea to my IBS,
Right,
to
right, right.
diverticulitis,
We did.
to borderline high blood
Put
pressure.
it all out there. No, I ain't borderline. I got high blood pressure.
High blood pressure. And so we had put it out there to you guys and what we were doing, right? And then, so I started thinking about some stuff about the body. First of all, the body heals itself. It's a machine, basically.
Yeah.
It's a straight up machine.
Given
But
the right circumstances, it can heal itself.
It can heal itself. And I was realizing that the reason why our body is not doing so well is because we don't rest. I don't think people know how important it is to rest. And I'm not talking about sleep. I mean, literally take the time to rest your body.
Yeah.
And so I started thinking about that, and I was like, you know what? I felt the need to apologize to my body because I don't rest. We're so busy going that we don't have the time to rest. So anything that's really going on with our body, we can't recognize it until we stop and slow down. And the reason why I know, the other night I was doing a body scan. I don't know if you guys, we talked about that before in one of our meditation sessions.
For our new listeners, give them a quick snippet of what is a body scan.
A body scan basically is almost like meditation, where you lay down, which is the best way. You can sit down, but the best way is to lay down and you begin to control your breathing and start paying attention to every part of your body. So you acknowledge your toes and you move, and your ankles and your thighs and your chin and and you begin to move your mind and your body, your thoughts up to all parts of your body. When you do that, normally what happens is there are parts of your body that will trigger, that may have been in pain or uncomfortable, that you never noticed because you were going.
Intentionally paying attention to your body.
To your body.
Got
and
you.
to those because we have a tendency to be like, oh, my knee hurt. Okay, I'll deal with that later. Let me go take some Advil or some Aleve and going about my business, when being intentional and mindful of that pain and why are you having that pain? What did you do? And so what I realized for us, also with our gaining weight as well, is because we don't pay attention to our body.
I know I don't.
We don't rest. We don't rest enough. And again, I go lay down, but I don't rest. That means resting your mind, body, and your spirit, right?
Yeah.
And taking time out of your day to rest as well. And I don't think that we do a good job of that. I don't think that we have done a good job of what we put into our bodies. I don't think that we've been, because, when you're busy, I know people like, you're in a pandemic. What are y'all busy doing? Trust us. We are.
Yeah, you can find
we busy.
The one thing that you're touching on that, because I've said this before, because my mind is running so much and I'm thinking about the next thing I have to do, and I'm so used to being on the go that even when I don't necessarily have somewhere to be, words are hard sometimes.
Yes, I see.
I'm still in a rush.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's just me running to the store, I'm in a rush.
You're in a rush.
I'm in a rush to get to the car. I'm in a rush to get to the store.
Yeah.
I'm in a rush when I'm walking around the store. I'm in a rush to get to the cash register. I'm in a rush to get back in the car. I'm in a rush to get back home. I'm like, what am I really rushing for?
You got your New York State of Mind walk on all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
And one thing you said was, when you talked about rest, and I think people get confused, just because you sit down or lie down doesn't mean you're resting.
No.
Because if you're sitting down but you're still going through a checklist.
Right.
If you're lying down but your mind is still running through, okay, well, I got this meeting tomorrow. I got to do this tomorrow. I got to do that tomorrow. Well, this is going on at work. I got to have this.
Yeah.
If you're running through a checklist for the next day, you're not resting.
You're not resting.
And that's one thing we do. I'm speaking for myself. I know I do it all the time.
I do too.
Because the moment my head hits the pillow, I'm already thinking about what's going on that next day.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about that constantly throughout the night. So I really don't rest well. I don't sleep well at night because I'm already planning. I'm already running through my next day.
And I think too, we don't not even run through. That was so good. Not even just run through your next day, but you played the whole day out before it even started.
Before it even started.
You already know I'm gonna be in this meeting. So and so about to aggravate me. So let me get my mind right. All this crazy stuff. And then, but the thing is about this beautiful machine that we have, what we call our body, is our expectation for it is so we overexert it. We overtax it.
Yeah.
We basically we demand so much from our body. Like even when we're tired, we're like, I know you're tired, but give me 5 more minutes. Give me like you could literally. You ever been driving or hope not, or sitting down about to watch TV and you don't even know you done dozed off and you done fell asleep?
No, unfortunately, I've done that driving.
Yeah, and it's crazy because we've overexerted our body and our body
fell asleep before I even knew it.
See, and it's easy.
Yeah, it's so easy.
It's easy, and you have to be careful because our body is telling us, ding, 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 I'm tired. Ding, 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 get rest. Ding. I don't think people understand that when it comes to rest and sleeping, that's also a part of that will hold on to your weight gain. And for both of us, that's huge because we both may get a good 3 or 4 hours of sleep.
Here's the crazy part. I'm gonna get a little spiritual for a second.
Get it.
Here's the crazy part. Is that as believers in Christ, as followers of God's word, for those who truly believe that the Bible is not just a book, but it actually has a meaning. It actually has promises and power. And one of the very first things in Genesis it tells you is that God rested. He looked at his work. On the first day he did this. On the second day he did this. On the third day he did this. On the fourth, on the fifth, on the sixth, and on the seventh day he rested. And which kills me is that even though we say we're believers and we love and we follow the Bible and we follow God's promises and we love him, but we overlook that part of God because what we're really supposed to model ourselves after him, after Jesus and how he lived and what he does. But we get to the part about resting and we overlook that.
You know why? Because we think we got 8 days a week.
Yeah.
We think we got 8 days a week. We will take that 7th day and we will add some more days to that bad boy. We will burn Sunday down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what Christians are good about doing too?
What's that?
And I love my Christian people. But we're so bad about confusing rest with laziness. And it's really not the same thing.
Not the same. And that's the world too.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Resting and being lazy is two totally different things. And we always intertwine the two. That's all I want to say.
I think that people, they figure if they rest, okay, in your mind, if you rest, then there's so many things to do. But the crazy part about the only thing that we can control is the present, what we're in right now. And I think that's where we keep thinking that we can control the past or control the future, and we can't. Only thing we can control is right now. And what you need to do is control how you treat your body. Like we're pushing our body to the brink, and then because we're not resting and we're pushing our body to the brink, here comes arthritis.
Right.
Here comes cancer. Here comes PMS. Here comes all these things, and really, to be honest, it all comes from the fact that we're not resting. When we exert our body like that, we are literally breaking our immune system down.
Also here's the part,
and that's how sickness and disease come in.
Yeah, here's the part we also forget is that our body is a warning system a lot of the times. That small pain that you feel, that small twinge, that inflammation, it's your body warning you, hey, pay attention. It's like when you're driving your car and that signal light comes on. Either you have a light that's out or your engine or your oil is low. It doesn't mean that at that point it's going to break, but it means that, hey, pay attention. Something's happening.
Yeah.
And that's what our body does. That we don't. And just like a lot of people, when that engine light comes on in their car, they don't until they driving and their engine stop.
Then they try to figure out what's wrong.
How did I get here? And that's what happens because you feel that twinge in your knee. Yeah. You feel that ache in your back. You feel that headache, that slight headache that you can't get rid of. And yet you say, well, I'll worry about another time. And then before you know it, your knee goes out, your body goes out. Something happens. You're like, hey, how did I get here? Yeah.
It's the machine, this beautiful, complex, beautiful machine that God created is now broken. And so what I realized is now it's time to rest the body. We were talking to some of our friends tonight, and one of them was like, one of the things to do is to rest your body, to fast as well.
Right.
Fasting helps you rest your digestive system. Fasting helps you rest your mind, your body. Sometimes even your digestive system and your body need a break. Not even just laying down and sleeping, but not putting anything into your body. There's so many ways to rest. I just believe that, again, the reason why we are where we are and how we got here is because we don't rest. We don't rest our minds, and our minds are never going to shut off. So we're not saying that. We don't rest our minds. We don't rest our body. We don't pay attention to what it's saying. And now it's all out of sorts for both of us, out of whack. And we going, oh, what should I do? And I keep hearing God say, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Pay attention, rest. Be present. And pay attention to this beautiful machine that I gave you. Because things like this that we both have can be reversed from losing weight. Yeah. From fasting. From putting the correct things in our bodies, drinking more water. What we're going through really can be turned around. And I just wanted to say that to people because so many people are going through so much sickness and disease right now. And so many people are going through so much that from their body, because their body, the machine is broke and the body is saying, hey, you've pushed me to the brink. Now it's time. I need a checkup. I need a rest. I need to be able to get myself together,
You know who I admire?
Who's that?
I admire my grandson's parents. I admire them.
Ooh, they are amazing.
They are amazing. Here's why I say that. I say in both of them, and they both are the same. They're both are very different yet very similar. They know how to be one with themselves. Yeah. They know how to be they understand the importance of stillness. They understand the importance of just being one with your environment, one with your surroundings, one with your atmosphere. One of the things my son always says, and our oldest son is now saying this, he said it before, but he's saying it more now too, is that I can't be around negative people. Yeah. I can't do negative vibes. We've been hearing that from our youngest son forever. We starting to hear it from our oldest son as well, is that I can't do negative vibes. I can't do negative people. It drains me. It drains you because the one thing that we don't realize, and maybe we do, we just don't pay attention to it.
Say that because that's what it is.
Yeah, we don't pay attention to it, is that there is a such thing as energy. There's a such thing as positive energy. There's a such thing as negative energy. I know we've all done it. We've all been in a particular mood, whether it was a good mood or a bad mood. And we've come across someone with an imposing energy that we had. So either we were in a really good mood and we met a negative person, or we were in a really foul mood and we met a very happy and joyous person, and you noticed a shift in your mood in dealing with that person. Either for some reason you became very happy and didn't realize why, or you became very negative and didn't realize why. It's because there was a transfer of energy. Yep. And the one thing that we don't, and it's not being spiritual, it's not being, holistic, it's just being honest. There is such thing as a transfer of energy. Yeah. Two people can transfer. That's why, and I'm going to totally go down a rabbit hole. That's why you have to be careful about who you have sex with. Because what happens is that when you have sex with someone, you're allowing that person's energy to flow from them to you. So if it's a good energy, if it's bad, but you're allowing that person's energy. And if you have sex with that person long enough, you will start developing that person's energy. So you have to be very careful about who you associate yourself with. Yeah. And that's why I love you so much, is because your energy is always positive.
Is it?
Your energy is always positive.
Something I don't know.
No, it is. No matter, one thing you don't do, you don't allow a situation to dictate your energy. And I can't say the same, because I'm an angry person a lot of the times. And I will let a situation, no matter how small or large,
take you to the next level.
I'll let it to the point where I'm like,
you even got there?
Yeah, I'm mad at everybody. I don't want nobody to talk to me. I
don't want to be bothered.
I don't want to be bothered. I'm cutting off friends I love. I don't want to deal with them no more. And that's why I love you. And that goes back to, you have to listen to your body. Yeah. You have to listen, because before it gets too bad, it'll warn you.
It does.
It'll tell you.
It gives you signals. Our body told us before we got
long time ago.
Before it was like, hey, before you get there, but we didn't pay attention. And the funny thing I was thinking about, even more simple, way of doing it, of thinking about that whole energy connection. You on the phone with somebody, my God, and y'all are talking. And by the time, I know you all have been on the phone with somebody, and by the time you hung up, you were so drained.
You just wanted to nap.
You just wanted to nap.
Just wanted to nap. I have that person in my life right now.
Like, I have got to take a nap. As my daughter said, I got to re-up my energy. I got to re-up because you done took everything, anything that was good in my soul.
You took it.
You took it from me on that one phone call. So that's how that's an energy. That's a transfer of energy.
Because I've done that. I've been fully dressed, was about to start my day, and I made a mistake and talked to this particular person.
Yes, he has.
And by the time that conversation was
That
I took
joker
my
took
clothes off. I got back in the
hung
bed.
him up and got back in the bed. I'm like, bang. He's like, I don't even want to go out right now.
I'm done now.
I just ain't got it.
I need a nap.
And that's what we have to understand. That's what's happening with our body. We're not letting it rest. We're not letting it be rejuvenated. We're not allowing the body to do what it needs to do. And we're just telling you from our experience and what we know now. Because now we have to make up for lost time.
And
Seriously.
And here's the thing. And say what you want about me, because everybody will give you that always. You got to be up early. You got to stay up late. You got to be on the hustle. You got to be on the grind. You got to do all this and do all that to be successful. And I get that to a certain extent. But my question is that once you do all that, and you doing all this grinding and you done all the successing and you've been up early and you stayed up late and you ain't got no sleep.
Ain't ate nothing.
You ain't ate. When you sick, then what?
Or
when your body start breaking down, then what? When you spent your entire life building an empire
that you can't enjoy,
but have nobody to share it with, or that you can't enjoy it yourself, is it worth it at the end of the day?
Is it worth it? I think the goal was just to make sure that you guys understand that this beautiful thing, this called our body that God has created, we have got to do better. We've got to do better. We need this. I think of it now, my grandson needs it.
Yeah.
He needs us to be able to run around and not by the time we get to the corner, hold on, baby.
Hold on, baby.
Hold on, baby.
Pop got to hit his ass with a pump. Hold on for a second.
Listen, one day he got his hair done. We both was cracking up. So I'm like, why is he breathing? I'm like, is that him breathing? Because I was twisting his hair. I was like, why is he? I be like, do he need a pump? He was breathing so crazy, but I didn't say anything because I was like, I'm out of breath just doing his hair. So I said to him, baby, I was like, oh my God, why was you breathing like that? I was waiting for you to say something.
I was waiting for you to say something because I'm fat.
He was just sitting there and I was like, bruh.
Family, let me tell myself for a second.
That.
We've all seen those bad comedies where there's the overweight guy sitting at a table and he just with every breath. That was me. And all I was doing was sitting there getting my hair braided.
I was like,
that's all I was doing. Actually, I wasn't even the one working. I was just sitting there. And I was out of breath just sitting there.
Yes.
Sitting up straight made me tired.
That's how the body's like, you're putting too much pressure on your heart. You're putting too much pressure on your lungs, on your kidneys, and all those things. And so we just want to share the bottom line is rest.
Rest,
guys. Rest.
Pay attention to the signs.
Please pay attention
because your body will do different things. Pay attention to the breakouts. Pay attention
because you had breakouts. Adult acne. He don't even know where that came from.
All of a sudden, waited till I was 42.
Never had it in his life.
Had beautiful skin.
Skin just flowing.
Now look like a connected dots. Do they still do connected dots?
I don't know.
Family, do y'all know what connected dots are? Do they still do that?
I don't know.
But now I'm walking around looking like a connected dots. I do. I look like a connected dots. You can make the big dip on my forehead.
Anyway, go ahead.
So, but just pay attention to your body, family. Is what we're saying. All right, babe. You want to talk about something else?
No. It's a midweek moment.
Okay.
We're just out here in these streets being longer than we should.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's your fault.
We just out here.
You brought up Judge Judy. It's your fault.
I know. Guys, take
care. I can talk about Judge Judy all day.
Oh Lord.
I'm just saying.
And here's the thing, just bringing back my thought. Cicely Tyson, Betty White,
Right.
Judge Judy are healthy,
Are healthy.
beautiful, flowing, older women who knew what to do. There's so many. Essence Magazine does this spread. I don't know when it comes out. This issue, subscription, this issue, whatever you guys want to call it, and of these beautiful women, but you don't know their ages.
Yeah.
And they'll be like 70 and 80 and 90 and 100, and you thinking they 40, 50, and 60. They're not. And one thing that they always said is, the main thing they say is, I rest.
Yeah.
I need you guys to rest. I mean, I don't even know how much more I can say. This is so important, guys. Please, my final thought is, please get some rest. I know sleep. I'm not talking about sleep.
Rest.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm talking about resting.
Mind, body, and soul.
Mind,
rest.
body, and soul. Whether it be tips for resting, fasting, give your body a break. 1 day a week fast. Don't eat. Just drink water and some juice maybe, or some tea. And
Check with your doctor first.
Yeah, of course.
Check with your doctor.
Check with your doctor first.
Yeah, check with your doctor.
But just 1 day a week of fasting. In the middle of your day, my cousin told me this, and I was like, what? In the middle of your day, maybe on your lunch break, take a nap. Take a mental break.
I used to do that.
She loved her nap. She still takes
I
them.
used
I'm
to do
like,
that.
I've never took a nap.
I worked at might have said I lived, but one of the jobs I had, they had a wellness room. And in the wellness room, it was this big, beautiful couch. And every day at lunch, I used to go into the wellness room for an hour.
Yes.
And I would take a nap.
And
I would feel so good. It really gave me the energy to get through the rest of my day.
You have to.
It's amazing.
That's one tip. Go to lunch if you work. Go to lunch, people.
Yeah, whether you're working from home or you're working in the office or you're back in the office.
Go to lunch.
Take a break.
Take a break. Rest your mind. Rest your body from what you're doing. Take a lunch. And that doesn't mean be at your desk with your sandwich, still typing on the computer.
Step away.
I mean, step totally away.
Guilty of that too.
And give yourself a rest. That's another tip. Another tip is, in the middle of your day, like I was on this meditation call, and this guy said something that blew my mind. He was like, when you go into a meeting, I was like, I'm going to do this. When you go to a meeting and the meeting is over, your work meeting is over, or any meeting that you do, before you go back into the flow of things, you need to stop for 10 minutes, find a space, and decompress. And let everything that you've learned and heard flow through you. But what we have a tendency of doing is, the moment that meeting's over, we go directly back to working, and our body is trying to catch up from the meeting, and now you want it to shift over to what you're doing. And I was like, I love meditation, but anyway, so that was really, really good. So again, fasting is resting. We're just giving you tips. Take a lunch, take a nap in the middle of the day, go to bed earlier. One of the things that people say is, I can't really sleep, blah 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 blah. Turn those phones off 1 to 2 hours before you go to bed, to be honest, and do a mask. A lot of people. Be Whitney. Yeah. Be Whitney from a different world.
One of the things that, because like we've talked about, because I do have sleep apnea, I had to do a sleep study. And one of the things that they told me is that, because they asked me about that, they asked me about my phone habits. And do I do a phone, right before bed? And I told them, yeah. And it's like, that is really the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
It's because what happens is the light from the phone stimulates your brain. And now you stimulated your brain when you're trying to actually turn down your brain. And now it's stimulated, so now you can't rest because now you stimulated your mind. It's like, turn off the phone.
Yeah, at least an hour or two.
At least
an hour.
Nothing's that important. Facebook's not that important. The email's not that important.
Nothing.
TikTok, Instagram, none of that is that important.
For your rest. So that's another tip. We just want to give you tips to resting, because I believe the better you rest, the healthier and the happier you will be, because you all know, if you didn't rest well, all heck gonna break loose for the rest of that day when you get up in the morning. I'm just talking about my life. I don't know about everybody else's. So, so what's your final words, babe?
My final words is really simple.
Go for it.
Pay attention. Just pay attention. I think, it's because what happens is, the older you get, the more you realize you're not immortal. As in your younger years, as an adolescent, as a child, as a young adult, you look at yourself like you're immortal.
Is it YOLO?
Huh?
You only live once, something like YOLO.
Yeah, something like that.
But go ahead.
Yeah, but and what happens with that, because you start to get into the mindset of you are immortal, and you don't pay attention to the things you need to pay attention to, and the things that are important get put on the back burner. On the back burner, words are hard. Words are hard.
Words are hard again today.
Words are hard, and the things that are not that important gets thrown in the forefront.
Like it's so important.
Yeah. And what I would say is just start learning what's really important. Start learning what really matters.
Yeah.
Start learning what you really need to be putting your energy into. And pay attention. When your body gives you that signal. Pay attention.
Yeah.
When your body tells you it needs to rest, pay attention. When your mind tells you, hey, we need to slow down, pay attention. That's going to be my final thought. Just family, pay attention.
Pay attention. All right, babe. Well, that's it now.
So, family, we thank you. Once again, family, we thank you for hanging in there with us. We know we took you on a road. We took you on a journey here.
Y'all going to be listening. It's going where y'all went
we started,
and why y'all got there.
We started one way. We zigged and we zagged.
We zigged and we zagged.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we do.
But we told you.
Hey,
get you some aluminum foil.
We warned you.
Take something with you.
Take something with you.
Take something with you.
So, family, once again, thank you for listening to us. However you're listening to us, whether it's on iTunes, whether it's on Instagram. Nope, you don't listen on Instagram.
What?
Rewind. Whether it's on iTunes, whether it's on Podbean.
You my husband, baby.
I'm
Go
your
for
husband.
it.
Whether it's on Podbean.
Baby.
Whether it's on Spotify, whether it's on iHeartRadio, whether it's on Google Play Music, or whether it's on our own personal website at www.thecrenshawcorner.com. We are interactive podcasts. We're on the socials. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. All in the Crenshaw Corner. We have an email address, thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com.
Yes.
Once again, thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. And family, as always, welcome to our journey.
We love you guys. Bye.